Appreciate you guys showing up on Wednesday morning. We have been changing our Wednesday morning blissful flow to be a little bit more inspired by the Ashtanga lineage. We're not doing the primary series necessarily, but you will see a very similar style with today's practice. We've been focusing on the fact that yesterday was the summer solstice. It's the longest day of daylight in the Northern Hemisphere all year. It's a day called the expanding light. And we were talking about how when the light is coming from the sun, and we're getting more solar flares these days as well, within that light is energy, within that energy is consciousness, within that consciousness is information and intelligence. And so we're basically receiving a lot of light codes coming in right now. So how are we embracing this light? How are we celebrating this light? How are we aligning with the light? How can we become and be the light? How can we shine our light and spread the light? That's really the focus for the summer solstice in this time of year. It's a time where it's more active. It's a time where there's more growth and more potential. And this one in particular is a great onstart for new beginnings. If you are starting something new, I'm looking at Brenda because she just moved here a week ago. So that would be included in that. That you may have certain projects or personal things that you're working on. Great time to do it. So let's start on our backs actually. You can really be in any position on your back. So if you want to have your hands resting on your belly in quartz, if you want to spread out like a star, like we did on Monday, or even if you want to bring the soles of the feet together and the hands tucked up underneath the head, or reclined butterfly. But really take your position, whatever speaks to you in the now, and then start to develop a strong, steady, even, flowing breath. As you're breathing in, feel the chest and belly expand. As you breathe out, feel that breath escape, and then the chest and the belly retract. Feel the support of the ground beneath your body. And every breath that you take in, I want you to visualize you're not only breathing in oxygen, but it's coming in as light particles. And let those light particles fill up the lung sacs, move into the blood flow. Let the light circulate around the heart and beyond the heart, streaming and flowing to every cell and fiber of your being. Let this light illuminate your body, let it illuminate your face, let it illuminate your mind's eye, to the point where it's even piercing out through the pores of the skin. And then internally, I want you to repeat this to yourself. Light before me, light behind me, light at my left, light at my right, light above me, light below me, light within me, light in my surroundings, light to all, and light to the universe. May there be light. On your next inhale, stretch your body out long, arms overhead, pointing out to the toes. And as you exhale, hug the knees into your belly and chest. Wrap your arms around with a warm, loving embrace. Rock gently from side to side. Turning over to one. And then coming all the way up to stand. We're gonna get right into it now. We're gonna be listening to some songs today that celebrate the sun or mention the sun, and even a couple songs that were written and celebrated out west during the summer solstice a few years ago. Bring your hands to prayer position at your heart, really ground your feet, anchoring on the stars, reach the arms up overhead. And as you exhale, begin to fold forward and down to your Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway up, lengthen out through the spine. And as you exhale, step it back with your feet to plank and lower down to your chaturanga. As you inhale, build into your back bend. And as you exhale, roll back to down dog. Once you're here, truly be here. Focus on the foundation. And then ascend the energy up into your sits bones. Take those deep sips of breath. Remember, you are a light body. You are an energetic body. You are a spiritual being. Inhale, let's bring the feet to the top of the mat and lift up halfway. And on the exhale, you're pouring back down and in. Inhale, root to rise up. Gather what you need, maybe more light. And then exhale, bringing it back to the heart. Inhale, open and expand. Exhale, drop in. Inhale, lift and lengthen out. Exhale to Chaturanga Dandasana. Hover and hold, and then inhale, rise. Exhale, pass the hips up and back. Invest in your breath. The breath can help to override the body. Let the breath help to clear any fog from the mind. Inhale, feet plant at the top of the mat, open the heart center. Exhale, let go. Inhale to the top. Exhale, recenter, samadhi. Okay, we're gonna keep this going. 2 more rounds. Inhale, open. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. You can go straight back to that one pose, or you can pass through plank. Inhale to the silk to the arm. Exhale, curl back over the toes. Let the head hang between the upper arms, gaze in the direction of the feet. Visualize your mind and body is emptying out any stress, any tension, any toxins, anything holding us back from being and becoming more light. Inhale, plant the feet to Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, bow out. Inhaling up. Exhale, Samasthiti. We're going to do one more A before we switch it up. Inhale. And exhale. Remember, this is called a sun salutation. So celebrating all of this light that's emitted. Exhaling to Chaturanga. I mentioned a quote the other day, even after all this time, the sun never tells the earth, you owe me. And look what happens to a love like that. It lights up the whole sky. What lights you up? Inhale to Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold in. Inhale to the top. And exhale, Samasthiti. Moving into B. Inhale, knees bent, the arms lifted, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold over straight legs. Inhale, sprout up. Exhaling, going back into the Vinyasa. When you come to downward facing dog, we're going to inhale, step the right foot through, plant the back foot down, and come up to warrior. With warrior one, your back thighs internally rotating, your front thighs externally rotating. You're drawing up through the navel, up through the heart, up to the fingertips. Now, hands down, spin off the back heel, take it right back into the flow. Remember, if these vinyasas get to be too much, you can always pause in down dog or child's pose. Left foot steps through, right foot lowers, coming up. Arms reaching up, just like the Batman building. Chin parallel to the floor. Fixate your eyes on one placement. Exhale, hands down. Step it back and carry through. Holding the third down dog in the mix. Replenishing, rejuvenating. Inhale to the top of the mat. Look out with the eye. Exhale, release. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair. Exhale, hands to heart. All right, we're gonna do 2 more of those. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, lift up, look out. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, that low push-up. Open the heart and throat on the inhale. Hold it back on the exhale. Right foot steps through, warrior one. See, in true Ashtanga, it would be much faster than this. I like this slower pace. Hands down, right foot back. So in the true primary series, left foot steps through for warrior. You would be coming up on the inhale and dropping right back down with the exhale. But I want us to be here moments. I want us to feel it. Be in it. Grab a hold of that warrior energy. Exhale, hands down. Now holding this down dog, but not holding the breath. Keep the breath rolling. This is one of the songs that was used in that big summer solstice celebration out west in the Kundalini lineage. We are the light, we are the love, we are the peace. Feet to the top of the mat. And the knees. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, hands up. One more. All right, inhale, chair. Exhale, fold over share sides. Inhale, pick yourself up, look out with the eyes. Exhale, Chaturanga. Hands up dog. Out to down dog. Right foot Virabhadrasana 1. Be established here. Feet first. Work up through the foundation into the hips. Slide up through the upper body. And hands down. Last one. Left foot leads next. There, Virasana 1. So hands down. One more vinyasa. So hopefully you've noticed you built a little heat in the body. That's Surya Namaskara. We've been operating from the core, the dwelling place of that sun. Inhale, feet plant at the top. Lengthening through the thoracic spine. Exhale, release. Inhale, chair. Exhale. All right, we're moving on. Feet hop apart. Shoulders crank back. Throat opens, gaze up. And then exhale, fold. Cinch in through your waist and belly. Tag each toe with the first two fingers. Bend the knees to get there, but it's not automatic. Bend the arms away. Bow your head, tucking the chin slightly to the chest. We are the light. We are the love. We are the peace. Hands to the hips. Slowly come up. All right, once you come up, we're gonna step the feet wide. Now, if you guys on this side, yeah, one turn this way, and you guys turn this way, that's fine. You can face each other. Might make it a little less confusing. I don't know, may make it more confusing. We'll see how it goes. Right arm's gonna hook underneath the left. Changing up our standing poses today. All right, so the right foot is gonna rotate 90 degrees, so you will not be mirroring each other. All right, now lunge the right knee. So basically you're in warrior 2 with eagle arms. Good, inhale, straighten the right leg. Turn the right foot in. Lengthen your arms to your sides, left and right. Good, exhale, wide stance, forward fold. When you come down, we're gonna do Prasarita Padottanasana A. So the A version is hands flat to the floor and the elbows squeeze towards each other so that the base of your thumbs really press down. Crown of the head facing the floor. Lifting through the kneecaps, contracting your quads. This is the other song. We are the people of love. Let us people love today. Inhale, separate your arms, come all the way up to the top. Good, now we're gonna thread that right arm underneath the left again. Gavradasana arms. Rotate your right foot 90 degrees, right foot, and lunge the right knee. Good, now inhale, open the arms just like a regular warrior 2. And then we're gonna slowly rest on the right thigh, taking the left arm up towards the sky or crossing it alongside the ear. Yogi's choice. Think about those lyrics. We are the people of love. Let us people love today. Inhale, come up. Turn your right foot in. Left arm is going to hook underneath the right. Gavradasana arms. Good. Inhale, turn your left foot. Exhale, lunge the left knee. Breathe. Inhale, straighten the left leg, turn the foot in. Inhale, separate your arms nice and wide, and exhale, forward fold. Hands down, same variation of Prasarita. palms, our grounded fingers spreading, arms squeezing. Inhale, root the feet, come up with your arms spread out. Left arm hooks underneath the right. Rotate the left foot and lunge the left knee. Getting flashbacks of being in the old studio. I remember it was a gentle class. It was packed, like 24 people. And we all started singing the song out loud. Aww. It was so beautiful. It was right before Gail moved to North Carolina. All right, inhale, separate the arms. Exhale, prop onto that front thigh or the left thigh. Your front may be the back. All right, take the arm straight up towards the sky or hang it across the ear. Yogi's choice. Okay, beautiful. Inhale, let's bring it up. Exhale, let's turn the left foot in. All right, once you turn it in, hands to the hips. You're gonna fold down, but keep your shoulders rolled back. You're taking the B variation this time. Inhale, just come halfway up. And then lower the hands down below the shoulders. Now, we're gonna be turning different directions, don't worry about that. Spin around towards your right foot. Frame the right foot with your hands and take the low lunge. Once you descend the back knee to the floor and untuck the back toes, you're gonna prop the right hand onto your right thigh to lift the belly up. Your left elbow will crank to the outside. Your palms will then stack together and you're taking a spinal twist. You're rotating to the right. Exhale, unwind, hands down, curl the back toes under, pluck up that back knee. Now walk your hands and pivot the feet, pivot, pivot, turn, turn, until the hands are framing the left foot. You're lunging into the left knee, you're stretching back through the back thigh and calf. Now go ahead and drop to the low lunge, sinking the back knee, shin, foot. Prop the left hand on top of the left thigh, hook your right elbow to the outside of that knee. Hands together, Anjali Mudra, and dial the heart up towards your thumbs. Exhale, unwind, plant the hands, pluck the back toes under, lift up that back knee, rotate the feet around, come back to Prasarita Padottanasana. Hands to the hips, shoulders roll back, and bow the head. So the hands are off the floor at this point. And this is our last wide stance forward fold. On your inhale, root down to the feet, get them really heavy, slowly come back up. Good. Your foot's gonna turn to the top of the mat, right for some, left for others, and then you're gonna step up to the top. All right, so now we get to go to balancing pose. We're gonna do something different today. We're gonna bend the knees, sit back with the hips, and bring the hands to prayer. So it's kind of like we're going into eagle, because we're gonna cross the legs like eagle. So we're gonna hook the right leg over the left, and we're gonna squeeze those inner thighs together. You're gonna balance with your right foot unless you really want the challenge. You can hook it behind your calf. I'm not going there today, but you certainly can. Knees at one spot and breathe. Come on. All right, doing it again. Sit back with the hips. Bend the knees. Cross your left leg over, balance on the big toe, or cross it behind your calf. That's your twist. Inhale, release out. Exhale, bend the right knee, open from the hip. Inhale, take a hold of the foot if you want to bring it higher to the upper thigh. Then create any formation with your arms of your liking. Left your arms and the right foot. Okay, landing line down through the right leg. Softly bend your left knee, turn open from the hip. When you're ready, bring the foot higher. See yourself ready. Arms can be in any shape. Flex the arms. Foot. All right, just bring it down to the floor. Hands to prayer. Inhale, arms up. Gaze up. Visualize you're gazing up towards the sunbeam, even though the rooftop is there. Visualize one of those columns of light is coming down through your body, going down to the earth below. And fold. Inhale, open up halfway. Exhale, take your chaturanga dandasana. Go ahead and move through that vinyasa, lifting into up dog. Rolling back into down dog. Pause here. Now that you've immersed yourself with breath, come down to your knees. Take the legs out in front. So Monday, we built up towards an arm balance, Uttanasana, which is firefly, because all the lightning bugs are out right now. And it's magical, right? And it's also that representation of light, that we all have our own unique light. All the lightning bugs blink at their own speed and pace. Let's go ahead and bend the right knee. Let's open up from the hip for Janushavasana. Let your arms reach up overhead and exhale, forward fold. There was another pose that we did on Monday besides Uttanasana, and it was a pose called Marichyasana. And we're gonna do that again today because it's part of the Ashtanga practice. But what I discovered about it this week is that it's also called ray of light. I never knew that in 22 years. So from Janushavasana, I want you to just notice where you're at in the pose. Not to pass judgment, just for awareness sake. Right, and then inhale, go up. Because I don't want your expectation in the next pose to be the same place you just were. Okay? This is a totally separate pose. This is going to be the ray of light. So we're lifting the right knee, planting the foot. The right arm's going to extend on the inside, and then we twist, twist, turn the arm to hook and bind it around in front of that shin. And when you get that hold, it kind of hugs it close to your body. Then the left arm's going to splay out. And then you're going to stroke that arm behind your back. Maybe the hands can come together, and if they can't, that's all right. but we're trying to radiate the heart. Think about the rays of light coming out from the metaphysical heart. And then once you extend long through the chest, it's okay to relax into it. You want to bow your head. Push down through your left thigh bone. Lift up through your left toes. Breath. All right, slide your right leg out. Bend your left knee. And then open from the hip. Arms up. Exhale, fold. Taking Janu Shirshasana, spinning that navel towards the top of the thigh. Deep breath. Think of every forward fold as a way of kind of shedding a layer, like a snake sheds its skin. That shedding of the skin represents transformation. All of this light coming in, if we're receiving it, if we're embracing it, if we're working with it, it can help to transform us. Inhale, slowly rise. Lifting your left knee, planting the left foot. Left arm extends to the inside, twist, twist, turn, turn the arm to bind it. And then reach out with the right hand, swim it behind the back. Looking out towards the front foot or lowering the head to gaze towards the knee, either way. Ray of light. Inhale, let's build back up. Release that bind. Crisscross the ankles. Shift forward onto the hands. Step back and reestablish downward facing dog. All right, now we're going to work into the hips. So this is a more blissful flow element. Inhale, lift your left leg skyward. Take downward scorpion. Unroll from that twist through the hips and bring that shin behind the hands for pigeon. Your right leg will slide back and your arms are going to walk forward. You can have the Sphinx arms. You can lower the stacked arms. You can also bow to the brow and rest on the third eye. If you need an alternative, you can flip to your back, cross the left ankle over the right knee and hug in. If you listen to this mantra, Satanama, represents birth, life, death, rebirth. Our life is not linear but secular. Think about that even representing the sun. How it rises every morning in the east. How it peaks through the day. Sets in the west. It disappears in the evening, only to be reflected with the moon. It returns every morning to the east. Something highly dependable. Next in breath, gently lift to forearms. Your right forearm's gonna cross in front of you. And then your left hand's gonna come to your waist. You twist and look over the left shoulder. Exhale, unwind from that. Travel your hands off to the right side of your mat and spill down over the left foot. We're not going to stay here as long as we were in the center. All right, let's go ahead and walk it back to center. When we walk it back to center, slide your left knee to face that space right between your palms. Tuck the back toes under, glide that right knee, tuck it up underneath, and sit that between your feet. That works out. If it doesn't work out, you can come to sit. Extend your right leg, put your left leg on top, pull the right foot down. Worked. All right, we're going into face of light, which is often called cow face. Islanders called it face of light. So ground your sit bones. That way you're not, leaning forward or arching your back. Right arm lifts, palm turns behind you. And then feel as though you're about to pat yourself on the back here. But the free hand is going to tuck the elbow in and then travel behind your back. It may feel like it's stuck at some point, but if you work with it, wiggle it, inchworm it up, might be able to go a little deeper. Don't worry if your fingers don't grip. They don't even have to touch, but close your eyes. Imagine your face is full of light. Say the eyes are windows to the soul. And when I went to Nevada City, California, I stayed in an ashram for my initial teacher training. All the people who lived there in the spiritual community, they were lawyers, they were doctors, they were farmers, they were this, that, and everything, But when you would pass someone who actually lived on that land, their light in their eye glistened, like it literally sparkled. And you just knew that the spiritual community was something that was really helping them to thrive. All right, let's release the hands. Roll out the shoulders. Come forward like you got into it. But we'll step the right foot back, toes tucked. Left foot back, down dog. Once you transition here, inhale, lift the right leg. Strike downward scorpion at the top, not holding it, and roll. Set up for pigeon. Right shin forward, left leg back. We're gonna walk it straight down the middle at first. You can even rest in prayer hands if you want a head rest, but you can't go quite to the floor. And even if we can go to the floor, sometimes our hip actually needs it in another spot. So it's always nice to check in on your descent. So I'll go ahead and tell you, we're going to try something new today. Did anybody see the reel I put up on Facebook? You did? We're gonna try it today. Now come back to forearms. Left arm crosses in front, right hand to the waist. Rotate right. Good, exhale, unwind. And travel over to the left side, or over the right foot. Your breath stays clear and open. If it gets restrained or restricted at all, it could be that you're doing too much physically, or you're no longer grounded in your body. Go ahead and gently walk it back to center, build it back up so that we can bring that left knee underneath the right and sit back in between the feet. Or Gomukhasana. All right, when you're ready, we can get really funky as women because we have this looseness in the low back. So make sure you're on the top of the sits bones, and this is filled in. Left arm lifts, palm turns to the back wall, then the elbow. I like tucking it in because otherwise it kind of wings out to the side. And then the right arm threads behind, slides up again. It's okay if the hands can't meet. Form that relationship with your breath. Visualize your face full of light. For mentally, I am light. All right, exhale, remove your hands, roll the shoulders if need be, shift forward. And this time, uncross the legs. You're gonna take the front portion of your mat, and you're gonna fold it back about a third of the way. All right. This is different, you guys. I've never seen this in 22 years of doing yoga until yesterday. So yesterday I thought, wow, that looks fun. Let's try it. And so we tried it in class, and people had fun with it. So I thought, I got to bring it to Franklin too. So it's Shirshasana 2, headstand prep. Doesn't mean you have to go all the way up to the headstand. You can also set the mat up close to the wall. And I can show you that if you want to see it after I show you this way. So Shirshasana 2 is the headstand where we're using the hands and the head as the 3 pillars. And so it's kind of like a tripod. And you want it to be an equilateral triangle. So you want equal measurement between each point. So what I like to do, I like to have my hands not on the thickness of the tube. I just put it on the singular side of the mat. And then I figure out, okay, my head's got to be up here. I'm gonna bring my head here. And then you don't want to be here. Yesterday I saw someone trying to get up like this. You see how I'm more on the hairline? Here I'm more at the top of the head. And then you can see my upper back's rounding just a little. All right, then we tuck the toes. We root down through the base of the thumb. We bring one knee up and the other and point the toes. If you're already shaky here, don't do what the next task is. If you're not shaky and you feel pretty good, you're going to cross your legs, come down into the forward fold. Then it's two-sided. Then back in. Up the other way. Bring it down. Sit back. You're back in the open. You don't have to go that fast. You want to try it? Fun? Yeah. And if you're like, oh my God, that's not fun to me. And you're just like smiling and gritting your teeth at the same time, don't feel like you have to do any of it. Because if you have a neck injury, you have a misalignment in your neck, I don't want you to be on your head at all. So think about your life experience and what you're coming to the mat with. So if you do have something going on with your mat, it's like, this isn't good for me. Child's pose does work as an inversion. Legs up the wall works as an inversion. A block underneath the sacrum, are you about to do that one? Yeah. Is the bridge, supported bridge, or supported waterfall even. You know, there's many, many options.
So if you're shaky, you should just stay here.
I would say shaky, be there. You're not that shaky though. Point your toes up towards the ceiling. You're not so shaky if you want to try it. But if you feel too shaky, then
well, it's not that. It's like I'm like, okay, where's the rest of the strength? Like I get to that. I think that's what I'm like.
Core.
Ready to go.
Core and hip flexors.
Okay, you say so happy.
Yes.
I'm just staying here.
That's it. That's it.
Is that it?
Yeah. You were almost there. So you crossed your shins and feet.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to hook the leg over the knee. But you were so close. You did it. You showed that you have the core strength. You've got the hip flexor strength. You showed you've got the body awareness. It'll just take a little practice. After you've done your inversion, we get to relax. I'll dim the overhead lights. Jen does have towels over here if you'd like to cover the eyes. For Shavasana, if you'd like to bring you one, I can bring you one. Would you like one, Beverly?
Good. Do you have that?
Anybody else? Here you go. So you guys may have heard the song that was playing earlier, and I could be wrong, but I think it's an Irish. I think it stems from an Irish prayer. One. It's made a long time sun shine upon you, and all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way home. So I want you to think about how we often depend on external light and how we like spaces that have natural light coming in. But I want to realize that when it's dark outside and the lights are on inside, it shines out through the windows. So right now, even though you're closing your eyes and you're shielding the external light, I want you to deep dive, and I want you to rediscover and to bask in your inner light. Deep flow of your breath. Stretch long on your inhale. Hug the knees in on the exhale. And roll to one side of your body and rest there for a moment. I saw this yesterday and I wanted to share it at the end of the practice, since we're still in that solstice wave. It's called My Solstice Wish for You. My solstice wish for you this year is that your feet stay grounded, your heart stays warm, and that the world doesn't make you cold. My wish for you this year is that you know how strong you are and that you stop doubting yourself, and that you're able to feel at home, safe and loved inside your own skin. My solstice wish for you is that you find your purpose in life, that you go for it with everything that you are, knowing that you're put here for a reason. My solstice wish for you is that you take the time to enjoy the little things in life and to breathe them all in. Keep surrounding yourself with good people, bright souls that make you feel wanted and loved, for you are worthy of so much love. You ready? Rise up to sit formally. Have your hands open on your lap. Checking in to see how you feel from the inside out. Hopefully feeling as though you've lightened your load. Hopefully feeling as though you've enlightened your mind. So that we can be, live, in light. Draw your hands together to prayer. Shanti, shanti, shanti. being the light that you are,